If you enjoy making content and you can make some side money from it, all the power to you. I fully support. I feel like a lot of smaller content creators don't really know how much they're worth. They'll usually charge something that is less than they're actually worth. You put a lot of time and effort into your content, and if a brand offers to pay you, it should be worth it. If a brand ever asks to post your content anywhere else, you can charge them. Hello everyone, it's Shirley and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be covering something that's not usually talked about, which is how small content creators make money. And I feel like this is a topic that should be spoken about more often, especially in such a saturated niche such as lifestyle and beauty content. It can be really difficult to know where to start because I definitely didn't know how to monetize my content because there's so much that goes into monetizing your content and influencer marketing. I just want to say that I do not make that much from YouTube or brand deals, but it is still money that goes into my pocket. I don't expect YouTube to become my main source of income, but if that is something that you're striving for, there are so many resources out there and you just have to put in the work, and it is not easy work. Finances are definitely a taboo, and I get it. Definitely it should be private, and I'm not going to share like specific numbers, but I do want to help any small content creators out there who are struggling trying to find brand deals and not knowing how much to charge for your content. That is so important, and just sharing the tools that you can utilize right now to make the most out of your content. I'm very excited to be partnering with SocialBook in this video. If you're not familiar with SocialBook, they are an AI-driven influencer marketing platform. It's a platform for both influencers and brands where you can grow your followers and make money by joining campaigns. SocialBook allows you to analyze your influence, and it generates your own report. So you can see how much you're worth, what content is your top content. It can show you the audience demographics so you know who's watching your videos. It shows the type of content that could help you grow your audience, and it can show you some similar content creators. So a little bit about my channel. My channel did not get monetized until February 2020. For a long time I had PR and gifts sent to me, but I didn't start getting sponsorships until very recently actually. And if you go through my videos, it'll usually say this is a paid promotion if it is a sponsored video, because I like to be very transparent about that. I don't see the point in lying about a sponsored video. I remember when I got my first ever promotion and I was so confused about how much to charge for my content. And I feel like a lot of smaller content creators don't really know how much they're worth, and they'll usually charge something that is less than they're actually worth. And if you think about it, you are losing money like that. But SocialBook makes it super simple to gauge how much to charge for like an Instagram post or a YouTube video. You can set rates depending on whether the company wants you to create a full dedicated video or for just like an integration. So like a small portion of the video is sponsored and then the rest of the video is whatever you want. When I started off my channel, it was all just a hobby. I never planned to monetize it or get any sponsorships since my channel is so small in like the huge YouTube world, but some companies will see your potential and want to work with you. And obviously don't work with just any company. Do your own research and see if it aligns with your interests as well as your audience's interests. I've been very fortunate that brands have reached out to me. I don't really go out of my way to reach out to brands, but it is something that you can definitely do, and it is actually encouraged if you want to get noticed faster instead of just waiting around for brands, because chances are they're already reaching out to a lot of content creators. You can make that first impression, be confident, and that can make you stand out to them. There are a lot of growth tools on SocialBook that you can use. There's SocialBook YouTube Builder. There's also Instagram DM to message the contacts on your Instagram. There's also a thumbnail maker, which is really important for YouTube videos since most people have really short attention spans, and if one thumbnail stands out to them and makes them click on it, then that just helps you out so much. But please do not use clickbait titles or thumbnails because people will click out of the video, your watch time will drop, some people might even dislike your video, so just don't do that. There's actually so much that goes into growing a YouTube channel, like SEO, watch time, that I'm also still learning about, so I'm definitely not an expert at all in those topics. But if it is something you would like me to cover in a future video, please let me know. But yes, they have the thumbnail maker, which helps you make thumbnails for your videos to help you stand out. You can also research hot topics or keywords to use when you're posting content to track more traffic by using tag research. You can also use Media Kit Maker to make a professional media kit when you're sending it out to brands. Basically what a media kit is sort of like your portfolio. You will put down your best work, brands you've worked with in the past. It's a way for brands to get to know you, like your story, what you represent. It also includes like your social stats, analytics. A lot of brands want to see this information before they decide to work with someone. SocialBook can also help you get brand offers. So there is a brand collaboration form that you fill out, and the system and SocialBook campaign managers will contact you if they find a campaign that matches you. And you can also become an ambassador or affiliate to SocialBook, and you make money by inviting friends to join. As I mentioned before, brands can also use SocialBook to find influencers to work with, and some of the brands that have used SocialBook include Amazon, Adobe, Shein, AliExpress, and more. So after you connect your YouTube channel or your Instagram account, SocialBook will start calculating your worth, channel performance, channel highlights, business potentials, top posts, brands mentioned in the posts, follower demographics, and channel growth history. It also provides video SEO suggestions, so it can help you find the right tags for your video to rank higher by generating different keyword tags. Other tools that they provide include the background remover. So in a picture, you can remove the background with just a click. There's also a photo cartoonizer to make a nice cartoon of your photo. And there's tag research to follow the most trending topics and get content inspiration. So based on the accounts that you've connected, SocialBook will generate a report that includes how much your content is worth. And I like to use this as a guide. You do not have to follow it like to the T. Obviously, it's not going to be a fixed number. It will be a range, and you can set your own rates really. And it's really nice because you'll know that you're not undershooting, because that's the last thing you want to do. If anything, you want to overshoot, like ask a little bit more than you think your content is worth, and some brands might just agree to it. So you never want to undershoot and discredit yourself, because creating videos takes a lot of work and time. You have to plan out your schedule ahead of time. So one day I will just research and write down notes of what I want to cover in the video. I'll set aside time for another day to film, and then I'll start editing, and then I have to wait for the video to upload on my slow Wi-Fi, and then I have to send a video draft to the brand for approval before it goes live. Sometimes I'll have to go back and re-edit a video, make the necessary changes, re-upload it again, wait for the brand's approval, and then it goes live. This is just like a rough timeline of what my process usually is. It can differ for a lot of people. Some brands don't require a draft before you post the video. Basically what I'm saying is you put a lot of time and effort into your content, and if a brand offers to pay you, it should be worth it. Don't think that, oh, I'll just take anything because the brand is offering to pay me in the first place, because that's how I used to think. But you really need to value your content and your time, honestly. This is just an example, but let's say your video took 10 hours to film and edit, and the brand only pays you $20. Is that worth it? $20 for 10 hours of work. That's way below minimum wage, right? So you should apply the same thing to your content as well, because it is work. Sure, maybe this isn't your only source of income, but it still takes a lot of time out of your day to put videos out there, and you should be rewarded fairly for the time and effort that goes into your content. Just like in a regular work setting, it's a lot of late nights, staying up, editing. Oh my god, planning your upload schedule ahead of time, because all these brands for some reason want the videos to go up near the same time. Some brand deals will overlap with others, and you just have to really gauge what you can handle, because chances are you can't take on all these brand deals. Even though you may want to, that's a lot of planning and editing ahead of time to make sure everything goes out on time, because you do have deadlines that you want to meet. I really love that SocialBook gives everything to you. You don't have to guess how much to charge brands. You don't have to go out of your way to contact brands if you don't want to. You just input your information into the system, and they will find campaigns that match you. On the brand collaboration form, they have you put in your rates, and if a brand agrees with your rates, then they'll reach out to you to collaborate. As small content creators, there's really no harm in using the resources and tools that are out there for you to use, because it can only help you in the long run. Also, if a brand ever asks to post your content anywhere else, you can charge them. You can charge them to post your content elsewhere if you want. Let's say you made a YouTube video, and now they want to post it on Instagram. You can charge for that. In like legal terms, usually companies will need a license from you to repost your content elsewhere and use it for advertising or marketing purposes, because that is your original work that you made, and they don't have the rights to it. Even if they gave you free product, even if they credit you, you can still charge. I feel like a lot of small content creators will make the mistake of letting brands use their work on other platforms to advertise for their products for free. And I've done the same thing where like, oh, if they share my content, then maybe I'll get some exposure and get more support and traffic. If they don't want to pay you, then they don't have to use your content. They do not own the rights to it. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, because a lot of companies will take advantage of smaller content creators. You think bigger content creators would let that slide? No, I feel like for bigger content creators, brands will already offer to pay to use their content anywhere else, you know? Because they see the potential of the influencer and all of the big numbers. So for smaller content creators, you really just have to stand your ground and don't let brands take advantage of you. If you'd like to try SocialBook for yourself to gauge how much to charge brands, find brands to work with, and use tools that can help you make the most out of your content, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below. I do make a small commission from that, and it would mean a lot to me if you could support. Thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to SocialBook for partnering with me in this video. There's a lot that goes into content creation and influencer marketing, but there is a market for it for a reason, and I just wanted to help my fellow small content creators out there because it is a cold, hard world, and if you enjoy making content and you can make some side money from it, all the power to you. I fully support. Please do not downplay your achievements. What you've created is great. I'm wishing you all the best on your journey to secure that bag. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!